What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. If you can give me the HKO special help the king out, hit the like, subscribe, and comment. All right, let's talk about Vice President Kamala Harris. Yeah, something about you know, there's no bracket. So let's read this article. Kamala Harris couldn't have been more wrong about women's March Madness bracket fact. Yes. So Vice President Kamala Harris break this one. Yes, she did. Seriously. So Harris mistakenly said in a recent interview that the women's NCAA tournament only introduced brackets in 22, which was completely false. And the source told the Post that the vice president, despite the wrong verbiage, was referring to how the women's tournament only received March Madness branding in 22. So this is her quote. Do you know? Okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets till 2022? Harris said in an interview with Spectrum News at North Carolina at a clean energy event. Think about that and talk about your progress. Better late than never, but progress. We love March Madness and even just now allowing women to have brackets. And what does it encourage people to talk more about women's team? Watch them. And now they're being covered. This is reality. People, you say women's sports, who's interested? Well, if you see it, it won't be. But you'll see it, you realize, oh, we're talking about star athletes who are incredibly gifted. It's nice how we're giving women in sports that kind of platform. Find it so exciting. So, yep. So this video, let's hear it real quick and listen in.
Do you know? Okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022? Think about that. And what that talk about progress, better late than never, but progress. And what that has done, because of course, when, I had a bracket, it's not broken completely, but I won't talk about my bracket. But you know what, just how we love March Madness, and even just now allowing the women to have brackets, and what that does to encourage people to talk more about the women's teams, to watch them. Now they're being covered, and this is the reality. People used to say, oh, women's sports, who's interested? Well, if you can't see it, you won't be. But when you see it, you realize, oh, do you?
Wow. Really? Really? Well, Harris botched her message. The timeline for her intended statement is correct. Yep, the women's tour only started using March Madness branding in 22, which has previously belonged to men's tournament. But brackets through had been a staple since the Division One's tournament in 1982. It did not take long for Harris to fill out her women's bracket in 2021 to resurface. Yep. So as you can see, her and her husband tweeted a photo filling out the brackets. Yep. See, so these are the brackets for both her and her husband in 2021. Yep. 2021. Okay, but maybe she's right about, okay, maybe the March Madness branding, but her verbiage was way off. Yeah, they've been doing this since what? 1982. So the vice president undefeated South Carolina, triumphing in the women's bracket, but had Stanford, UCLA making the Final Four. Instead, Iowa and Caitlin Clark, UConn, Paige Bakers, and NC State round out the remaining field in Cleveland. So on the men's side, Harris chose UConn to emerge victorious from the Final Four, featuring Tennessee, North Carolina, Marquette, and the top-ranked Huskies instead will battle Alabama, and the winner of Saturday's nightcap will meet the winner of Purdue, NC State, and of course, the UConn Huskies ended up winning over Purdue last night. So, yeah, but nope, you botched this one. Or maybe you should have said, okay, it was branded, but you're way off. And yeah, you need, yeah. So that's a vice president talking out of her ass. You just like sit here and go, wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. All right, so that's what we have. But yep, congratulations to UConn and South Carolina for winning. UConn men's and South Carolina women's, and they're undefeated too. All right, if you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special help account. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. So wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next